My daughter died at 9 months old. She died from a brain tumor. I was incarcerated. I didn't really have a lot of interaction in my daughter's life due to my lifestyle and me being in and out of jail so much at that time. When my daughter was born, I was in jail. I got out like maybe a month and a half after she was born. And then I ended up going back to jail like maybe 6 months later. And then when I went back to jail, she ended up passing away. She died from a brain tumor that was growing. And me and my daughter's mother have never spoken since. I was brought to see my daughter in handcuffs, seen her buried, and that was the last time me and my daughter's mother ever spoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about your wife getting killed.
And then my wife was murdered in 2008 by another Latin King member from another tribe within the state of Massachusetts. There was a civil war that broke out amongst the brothers. Brothers were fighting against brothers. Unfortunately, my wife got caught up in the politics of that nonsense. I ended up coming to Connecticut to go stunt with some strippers, and she ended up making contact with some other Latin King dude that she was messing with prior while I was incarcerated.
Okay.
And he ended up stabbing her. He stabbed her 12 times in front of my kids.
Wow.
I had sent a message. I sent her a text, let her know that I was on my way back from Connecticut. When I got back in, I was going to sit down. We was going to sit down and talk. And I didn't know that he was in the house. And he received that message. Or she went to the store or something. And when she came back, he stabbed her 12 times. And then the way that I found out was the next day after we came back from Connecticut, there was a big Latin King party in Salem, Massachusetts. I ended up going to Salem for the night. And it's like 9:00 in the morning. They turn on the TV, and the breaking news, and there's a firefighter holding my son in his hand, and my son's trying to give him his number. Somebody call my daddy. So I didn't know that my wife was intimately involved with another brother from the other side that she should have known was a no-no to begin with. But, ultimately, these are things that she brought down on herself. For a very long time, I had a lot of guilt and shame about how things happen. I shut my phone off. I had 132 missed calls from my wife. My wife bled out for 12 hours. And she kept trying to call me. And I was so busy tricking with other bitches that I didn't get the call. I didn't answer the call. So when I saw my son on TV, and it was like, nah, this shit can't be real. I took a lot of blame that wasn't blame for me to take, because that wasn't in my doing. I didn't tell her to go fuck another brother. I didn't tell her to go mix with the other side, knowing what was going on. I didn't tell her to go open her legs and do what the fuck she did, And then I get arrested. They arrest me. They think that I killed my wife. So I roll up to the house to go see what's going on, and they put me in handcuffs. And they bring me to the station, and they interrogate me for about 8-9 hours. After 8 or 9 hours, they bring me out to the holding, when they, giving you your stuff back and they booking you in. And the fucking dude that killed my wife was standing right fucking next to me, and I didn't know that I was him. So I'm signing to go out, and they bring this dude in, right? And then all of a sudden, the sergeant in the back is flipping out like, what the fuck you don't, like, get him out of there. Get him away from him. But I didn't know what was going on. So they come, they remove me out the thing, put me back into a cell, and I'm hearing the sergeant barking at the officer. I'm talking about like he's going ham, like, you dumb motherfucker, don't you ever do some shit like that again, it'll be your first and last. Like, long story short, the piece of shit that was standing next to me was the dude that killed my wife. They brought me in. While they brought me in, they had a warrant, got a warrant, and picked him up. So as I was being released, he was being brought in. Now, mind you, I'm a Latin king. He a Latin king, but I'm from Boston. You from the other side of the state. Y'all niggas don't. This right here, this ain't Charles. So in the courtroom, I arrived with like 40 brothers. Like we were up in that courtroom, mobbed out. They took us out the courtroom because when they called him up, they hit him behind the podium. People usually, you got to go up and be present.
Yeah.
They let this piece of shit hide behind the fucking podium and wouldn't show his face. And mind you, I'm on fucking 100.
Scars podcast where the truth never lies.